Welcome back to the Sloppy Lab. I'm going to be playing a match today against Stoffson, Christopher C. Should be a lot of fun. Ooh, let me make sure I can get my webcam back up and running. Very good. All right, good to go. Very cool. So, should be an interesting match. This is in Gold Division Alpha, and both of us are kind of looking to put together some wins here so we can make it to the playoff and or maintain our spot in the division. So, already in the deck selector here, and I have looked at their decks in advance, so I have a little bit of a game plan here. They have a bunch of very strong looking decks despite having some that are kind of lower in the SAS range for this division. So kind of 83 through a very rushy, high expected amber 69. So really curious to see if this one gets played. I don't expect to be banning it, but notable for triple Lost in the Woods. Lots of expected amber, 20 pips. So if they do want to bring this one, I may end up seeing my own Pedro with double Infernus, triple Exhume getting banned first off. So kind of anticipating that regardless. I'm looking to safe this Fletcher, the Ratcatcher first, unless it happens to be their ban, which I don't think it will be. Kind of expecting one of the first two here to be banned. And we'll see where we go from there. So I have the game up here. My first ban is actually going to be the Obsolete Skeptic. So they're one deck with a Dysania. I am hoping to make use of my archives in most of these games. Triple Ember Imp and Shadow Self would be very annoying. And I have not too many decks with great ways to deal with Shadow Self nestled up next to an Ember Imp. So first ban will be the Obsolete Skeptic. And I always just want to make sure that I'm clicking on the thing I expect to be clicking on. Yeah, double Soul Snatcher, triple Ember Imp. Ugh. Fun times for another day. Goodbye, Obsolete Skeptic. And no surprise there, Pedro, the deck I had mentioned, is our first ban. So now I get to make a safe. I would expect their second ban to be either Ratcatcher or this 90 SAS monster, Prince Klepto Gamer, which is a great name. I think all things considered, I would prefer to be playing Ratcatcher than Prince Klepto Gamer. So we're going to go with a safe on the Ratcatcher. Cool. And they actually saved Often Bet, the Slimy Tower Overseer, which is pretty cool. Interestingly enough, that was one of my two top choices for their second ban. It was between Often Bet, which is here, 81 SAS, Triple Infernus, Z-Force Agent. The Infernuses are going to be really sad for me. I guess you can't ban everything the first time around. I think I have slightly more of a chance, more of a game against this one, though most of my decks are really unhappy to see both reclaimed and the Triple Infernuses, but hoping that I can put something together with the speed and get out ahead of that deck. So they've saved Often Bet. Okay, so the other deck that I'm really looking at to ban here is A Brighton. This one here, 22C, lots of artifact control, a little bit slower, lots of pips, not tons of creatures. It is a little bit between that and Bobcat. I was kind of expecting them to save Bobcat here, and that's kind of the other ban in contention for me. Looks very speedy. Thing is, there's not a ton of creature control, and I feel like I can go kind of wide in this matchup and get a board advantage. So despite the Infernus, despite the Mark of Despair, and some efficiency on Logos, I think this one is a little bit less scary for me. So I'm going to go ahead and ban A Brighton. Okay. Cool. And they banned Prince Kleptogamer. So my two high SS offerings off the table. Not too surprising. Going into game one now. So they've got their safe deck. Bobcat. The Orphan of Stellatiton. And Jebediah. I kind of am not thinking they're going to want to run out one of the heavy archiving decks until Ratcatcher's off the table. So not really expecting Jebediah. Not really expecting Jebediah to come out. Probably going to be Bobcat. And against kind of the low board control, this might be an opportunity for me to steal a win with Antiblade, which is one of my less powerful decks in the lineup, but has lots of witches and can go Voltron and punish decks that don't have great ways to deal with it. So I think that's going to be our first play here. Hope to go Voltron with an encounter-suited creature and make something happen. So they said the deck game is already up. And I'm going to lock in my first choice. I'm going to play Antiblade. And they have chosen Bobcat. Okay, very good. So it's the matchup we were hoping for. We'll see if we have outmaneuvered them or have maneuvered ourselves into a losing battle. So here's the game. Joining now. Okay. Loading up Antiblade. Cool. And really looking for a witch in the opener, something to get pressure on the board right away, and kind of keep them on their back foot. Good luck. Have fun. And we're going second. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so Tribute, Thero, Philophosaurus. We do have Encounter Suit and Frayne right here. Very tempting to run out some dinos and then toss Encounter Suit maybe on the Philophosaurus. I'd love to see Encounter Suit on a big creature, so probably Thero actually, because that's what I'm going to end up tributing on and then trying to get an ideal on. So, all right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they make an amber so we can capture it right away. Actually, I guess I don't need that amber for this one. Okay, Eclectic Inquiry. Very good. And we will go Sorin. We'll get the capture. I believe. Big question whether we hold the tribute or not. I think I'm going to hold it for the moment. See what happens here. Cool. And so really, really nice card to see with Frayne here. And if we're able to get that Encounter Suit on the Thero, we're going to be in decent shape. Okay, and they get down to Fidget. I'm not loving that. Probably means we're not going to be tossing one of our actions into the archives, at least not immediately. That's okay. So Star Alliance. Let's get the Encounter Suit on Thero. It's kind of an odd choice, but it's going to make sense, I think. And we're going to archive this Dexys for efficiency. They'll be able to pull it from archives if they really want to. But at least they won't get a play. And Frayne's going to team up really well with our counter-suited creature, especially once Ideal gets put on it. And we hopefully get transporter platform online. I'm going to pull up their deck individually over here so they have a borrow. We may not be playing transporter platform. We'll see. Shoulder head comes down. Very cool. Gets an amber on safe space. Okay, so this is actually not so bad. Going to keep loading up amber on the Thorough. We get 3 damage to throw around with the zap. Not bad. Not bad. Don't think it's time yet for the tribute. That we could try and sneak a quick key in here. I think we're going to go for some board maintenance instead. Maybe even attacking into the shoulder head while they have no amber for us to steal. It's an option. So let's go Star Alliance. We're not taking our archives. We're going to be killing the fidget. Question is, do we want to double fight the shoulder head or get some reaps? 2 reaps means Gamgee's going to steal after we've captured. Definitely once we've zapped. I don't think another Shadow's turn is terribly impressive anyway, and not so worried about them keeping rolling with Shadows. So I'm actually going to play this upgrade on the Thorough. Some fights there are going to be good, and if we get the Light of the Archons there, really nice too. Let's double zap the fidget, 1 on the Gamgee. Reap with an amber, puts an amber on Thorough. Reap again here, and toss and exhume into our archives now that it's safe to throw some actions there. Interesting. This might be about as good as a high roll as I can get with this deck. Already have an ideal coming, have tribute in hand. They're going to really struggle, I think, to deal with that encounter suited creature. Gonna need some fights. No bouncing death quarks, nothing like that. Safe place. Safe place can store some amber. Okay. So, yeah, going all in a safe place. I think now it's really time for us to do this tribute. Is that what I want? I don't need to yet, but 1 more, and then next turn they might be able to sneak a key in. Yeah, I think we're just going to press our advantage here. I'm not going to take archives, but I am going to reap first, see what we put in hand. Ortanu's Binding, Uncharted Lands, Binding Irons. Let's archive the Ortanu's Binding or the Binding Irons? Ortanu's Binding. Add to hand. I don't care much about the Binding Irons getting discarded, and that's going to be a nice burst next turn potentially. So this goes here. We get a nice fight there. And yes. All right. Fingers crossed this will do the thing. It's not going to get much better. So I think we're firing our best shot here. Next turn, looking to get Light of the Archons on this Thorough. Okay, so key cost is going up. Ooh, Mark of Dis. That's fine. So I'm going back into Saurian. Okay. Mark of Dis kills Philophosaurus. The second one. Okay, cool. So far so good. I'm going to leave some amber on. Make a red key, the best key. Go back into Saurian. We're not taking archives. We are going to fight the Snarette, capture again. Keep rolling on the Voltron train. And their only enhanced card was that Waking Nightmare. So in another world, they might have had an enhanced, damage pip enhanced piece of creature destruction in this. It wasn't an option. And I guess we should have taken a look at these enhancements before. But Waking Nightmare has the draw, Eclectic had the capture, which we already saw, and then Borrow has the remaining draw. Okay, so making some stuff. We're going into Star Alliance, not taking these archives. Very cool. So we'll take the zap now, get the Failing Strike next time. Really nice. Load it on there. First off, Refrain puts another Captured Amber there. Gray is going to toss that there. I don't think I really want to see this get borrowed, and I don't think it's going to be super critical. So we'll keep pressing that. Yeah, I think this was likely the best matchup for Antiblade of the decks remaining. So far looking good, hoping it stays that way, but they're going to have a big, potentially big library card turn. And I'm hoping to fire back with killing at least 2 creatures, 3 with the stomp, hopefully 4 with the fight, but we're going to find out. And also being mindful of what they have on safe place. So both Lethalogicas burned. Discarding Essence Scale. Okay. Okay. Cool. So not worried yet about Thero getting killed, so I'm going to leave some Amber there. What are we worried about for stealing? Ransack we've seen already. There are some capture pips. Effervescent Principle is not accounted for. So we're going to leave a lot of Amber on Thero. Go back into Saurian. We're going to play some creatures. Oh, we're not taking archives. Guess we should specify. Creature count of 5. That's going to be enough to kill Sacrobot. And guess not enough to kill both of these. I don't think there's tons of danger in the Engineer living, so we're going to cut off some drawing power. Keep loading up Amber on the Thero, and sure, we'll fight again and capture. They get their forge from the safe place. They might have an Effervescent Principle. We're going to have enough on Thero to forge regardless, unless they're able to deal with it. And in Shadows, I think that's going to be difficult. They can mug 1 Amber off of it, but each of their still haven't seen a mug. Brabble can make me lose 1. Yep. Seeker Needle. Mug takes 1 more. Borrows that. Okay, good game. Well played. So I will take the high roll there and feel really lucky. And what are you going to do? Okay, so they managed to get a key. Yeah, they were saying they couldn't manage to get rid of it. Yep. So 3 keys to 1. Cool. Oh, hey, welcome folks in the chat. Sorry I had my heads down, really paying attention to the game. Yeah, this is Nordic Hexat, and welcome folks. A lot of folks here. Oh, and Zoc, I really enjoyed your game against Danielle. I forget the name, but really cool Hexat game too. So yeah, going into game 2. So we got a score to report here. Now, Porto Drain. What a disappointing deck. I will almost probably never play this. Might be a good high SAS reversal deck. So we've seen Bobcat. Often Bet was their safe deck. Very possibly we'll see it now. And them anticipating our safe deck. I think the question is, yeah, how much do I mind? I am going to play Spike Blaster at some point, and I am going to play Ratcatcher in this matchup at some point. Neither have great answers to their Triple Infernus. I'm just going to kind of have to fight through it. But maybe a Caller of Subordination is a nice foil to Z-Force. Of course, super awkward with Mark of Dis floating around. 21 creatures as well. Neither Ratcatcher nor Spike Blaster really have much in the way of board wipes, or any for that matter. Oof. Porto Drain teasing me with triple red alert. Wow, should I actually play it? Is that silly? That deck is bad with a capital B. Maybe I will go with the Ratcatcher and try and secure a second win. Let's try. No. Oof. It's like a game of chicken. I'm talking myself into Spike Blaster here. Alright, so we've selected it. If they went with Often Bet, and they did, it's going to be an interesting one. Alright. Game 2. It may have been correct to play Porto Drain. I am really not a fan of the deck after having played it once. Not once. I've played it a number of times to an impressive 14% win rate in open competitive. And I think at least one of those 2 wins was from a concession because somebody just had to go. So, but good luck. Have fun in game 2. This will be interesting. Very interesting. My deck's really looking to play a long game. Or sorry, not my deck's looking to play a long game. Oh wait, I think I loaded long deck. Did I load long deck? I did. Oops. This is why we call it sloppy lab work. Yeah, the best misclick. Hey, they conceded. Call it a win? 3-0? Yeah. I was just about to talk about the game plan in Spike Blaster and looked at it and said, wait a minute, these are not the these are not the cards that follow the game plan I was considering. But anyway, the game plan in Spike Blaster is really a long one, trying to make 2 keys, really hoping to get that data forge, recycling eddies for the archiving, and that's just really hard against against triple Infernus, or any number of Infernus for that matter. It also is capable of putting together an impressive Shadows board, which might be the route we go. A Savage Clash will be annoying, but what can you do? Cool first hand. We've got Zenzi, Eddie. Tempted to play Zenzi and pass. Even though we're going second here. May draw an Implosion and Mark of Dis. Ooh, that's spicy. Z-Force already. All right, let's go find our Caller of Subordination. Star Alliance. How many upgrades are in your hand? I would love to add one more upgrade to that Z-Force for you. Oh dear. Oh dear. That is bad news. Now the question, do I put out a creature for that Z-Force to fight? I mean, I don't think I have. Feels really bad. Yeah, we're going to shift this guy around the center of the battle line a little bit and start getting our archives rolling, I guess. Oof. Really gross. Yep. Fight gain 3 seems pretty good. Fight gain 4, even better. Alright. I guess we're all done playing creatures for the moment. And we'll see what else their deck can do while we search for a Caller of Subordination. Oof. Very nice. Welp. Let's go this. No. Yes, I am going to shuffle an Eddie back in. And I'm going to burn this for a pip. And very sadly discard No Name. Something wrong with my hand. None of those are Caller of Subordination. Yeah. Okay, so Savage Clash is gone. I'm not sure too many of what's happening now matter. It's kind of a race to find the Caller and then let myself get Mark of Dist into oblivion. Yeah, I still don't think it makes sense to play any creatures, unfortunately, but they can discard a thing. Those are not cards I want to see. Do I? Okay, Reclaim goes. Flumph comes down. So next turn they're reaping for 3 or attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amber. So let's see. Playing a creature is all but a death sentence. They can... I'd have to draw into Infernus, Caller, and... Nope. This doesn't get me there. That's sad. Guess we're going to pitch a bunch of Logos things and hope we draw Infernus and Caller. Okay. There's the Infernus. Not going to quite do it. Yeah, they can reap to 6 here. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Well, we will give them the satisfaction of one more fight, if nothing else. Would have just been too fitting if we drew the collar there. Okay, so Star Alliance, very nice. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Not bad, not bad. All right, well, we'll see if we grab one more collar with our last draw. No such luck. Good game, well played. Ooh. Okay, so first 2 games decided by quick Voltrons. Oof. What can you do? So traded traded Voltron high rolls, and now maybe now we'll see what we can make with the last game. All right, so unfortunately for me, there's not a ton of mystery in the deck that I'm going to select. For better or worse, I opted to leave my safe deck to last, and then of course even inadvertently selected it in game 2. But yeah, no mystery here. Ratcatcher for game 3, and be surprised if they went for anything other than, or if they went for the Atomic Jebediah. I think, to be honest, my deck's going to have a decent matchup against both of their remaining 2 options. They've got Atomic Jebediah and Orphan Stellalaton. But yeah, lots of Rush, lots of Amber Pips on Orphan. Jebediah has lots of archives that Dysania is going to love to chomp on. So we'll see. The 2 controller weeks here are very nice and might be good, interesting counters to me sitting on Tribute 6 Emperor. So we'll see. We'll see. Ratcatcher. Not the rat chatter. The rat catcher. Okay. Good luck. Have fun. Yeah, the new Voltron meta. The 03 really does hurt. It does. Okay, so interesting one. This hand is not terribly impressive. I guess we can use the knowledge as power to tuck Dysania in the archives, and if we're really lucky, they're gonna give us an artifact to Snicklift. It seems like it's hoping for a lot. I don't hate it though. I do like the idea of getting that Dysania in archives. Okay, we'll keep it. This deck doesn't tend to mulligan super well, so that was not a super impressive opener, but does a thing. Okay, Quixo, Titan. And they did give us an artifact that we could steal. Perhaps not the best possible one, but some value. And we're going to move more cards in shadows. I like it. So we'll take that. Play this one. Say no, Reaps. And keep digging. Ooh, very spicy. Tribute and Six Semper and Exile. Suppose that means we're going to have to figure out a way to deal with Titan Mechanic if we want the Six Semper to hit. 2 and discard. Zizix the Many also potentially getting really annoying if allowed to go unchecked. And the invasion portal could cause problems as well. I'm going to go logos to make some cards. Rather see you on the flank. And a Scutum too. Cool. So this at least lets us, unless they mangle our board, failing strike to kill mechanic. Okay, so we're going logos, gateway to dis. That's mean. Do they get to check is the real question. And the succubus. Okay, leaving the Dysania. Unimpressive turn. And mostly just hoping that they don't make something bigger than mini group tank, but not surprised to see another control of the week there. And to be perfectly honest, kind of okay with both control of the weeks being burned already. Seems kind of fine. No thanks. Just gonna fight this down. Okay, cool. So let's see what they have in store for us. Kind of fun. Even without more creatures, Failing Strike can kill Dusk Imp to give us some Amber to tribute away if they do nothing else. Let's see. Will we see a Martian bigger than 3 power? Mind Warper. Okay. Bolter. Biomatrix Backup. Okay. Well, I guess we kill the Dusk Imp with Failing Strike, bumping them to 4. Tribute things. This deck has no scaling Amber control. Shatterstorm. Right. Awkward. Okay. Did they discard it? They did. Lucky for us. So that's pretty cool. We've seen Control the Weeks, Gateway, and Shatterstorm kind of already. I like it. I like it. Okay. So Failing Strike does 1. Exalts does another 1. Let's do the Dust Imp. Tribute gets a bunch. Toss that on there. Six Semper. Okay. And now do I want the Exile? I think I'm going to keep the other Exile for the moment for Tribute number 2. Very greedy. But sometimes you gotta be greedy. Alright, they're going logos. Playing a Mother. Osmo Martianologist, Research Smoko, and a Replicator. Okay. Making a red key. Love my keys. Now, some options. Goodness, I can archive a whole bunch with Dr. Millie and give them a pretty good turn. Can Kai more now. Get rid of few things here. I think Millie's going to be good next turn. I'll be very happy to get that replicator off the board. So let's go Shadows. Kymore. Okay. Cool. A slightly more impressive Logos turn. Wild Wormhole coming. Big question is whether we hit that tribute off the Wild Wormhole prematurely. Would be sad. But, okay. Discards Hand of Dis. Plays the Life Ward. Very strong. Very strong. Dust Imp. Cool. Board is getting out of control. Purging my dudes. So rude. So in this, they're going to have 3 Reaps. No more Archives. Very likely to get Life Warded next turn. Not taking these Archives, though it would put Titan Guardian in the center of the battle line. I want to archive just those 2. So let's see. Wild Wormhole could flip Tribute, in which case I'd love to have a creature. Could also flip the Trust No One, which seems better, right? That Tribute Ember is not super safe. No other really dangerous plays here. So let's show our opponent that Trust No One is on top of the deck. Is the Tribute, naturally. Alright, cool. Well, that gets us to check, which is awfully nice. Though Mind Warper is going to make us sad. Okay. So let's see. Could see Dis here being very strong. Mars also gets me off check. We'll see if they get rid of my yeah, toss an Amber on there and then bolt it. Okay, so they had no more Mars creatures in hand, but decided they wanted to flip their deck. So, just gonna take note of things that they did not have. Rude. Deep probed away my Saurians. Oh, they have a nice, healthy suite of Dis in hand. No Logos, excuse me. Yeah. Key Abduction. Okay. I think I'm reasonably happy about that. Okay, might just go Shadows to play the Key Forgery for a pip. And smash the Bolter. Clear up my hand. Yeah. No Archives for them. Could stop some reaping with Inky Gloom. Yep. Discard these. Okay, cool. So the Trust No one's really nice. We'll see if perhaps they... Okay. Did get to forge. So sad. So sad. Maybe they'll be really obliging and kill off our Titan Guardian so that we get a healthy Trust No one. Plays Replicator, drawn again, and Quixo, very nice. Analyst, also very nice. And Psychic Bug. Well, there go my Trust No one surprises. Okay, so they're archiving with lab work. Possibly we're looking to check our hand to see if we had the Dysania. Okay, so interesting. We got a forge. Fetch drones would absolutely capture 2 if used right now. Oof. Trust No one, likely to not hit. Two. So Dysania gets us 2, 3. Don't love seeing that Mind Warper around still. Not sure I can do a ton about it yet. Guess this could also reap draw card. Don't remember if I used... I'll have to double check if I activated the spike trap on a Logos turn or not. Because if I did, would have been a mistake not to use the Tunneler as well. Okay, let's cycle our deck, try and draw back into some tribute nonsense. So I'm going to archive 2 more there. So in that case, do I want to pull these? Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Not terribly impressive. Do this. We are going to try to not get the exile purged, I guess, with a random toxin, or hit with a random toxin. Going to capture 2 onto the Dysania. And I need 3 damage here. Let's get it from the mother, I suppose. Okay, we found a tribute. That's pretty cool. So we have the tribute and an exile. Perhaps should have grabbed the hit the toxin. Interesting. We'll save the tribute. Interesting. So would really love to see that 6 Emperor coming up, obviously. If there's any way to survive another turn without tributing, and I can go Shadows and Inking Gloom, that would be really cool. Looking like that's probably not going to be the case. Ooh, Hand of Dis. Oh, do they draw back into Control the Weak? No, they have not shuffled yet, right? Oh, they have, of course. Okay. Ouch. Forgot the forge? Did they forget they forged? They forgot they had forged. Interesting. Well, do you have the Control? Because that's pretty good too. Going to 8. And no. Wow. Wowzers. So we we may have some life here yet. Interesting. They're kicking themselves. Happens. I'll take it. I guess the question is, do I give them the Tribune Pompatus or the Brutodon? Feels like it's gotta be the Brutodon. Alright, here we go. Don't love giving them a Taunter, but it is what it is. The Pompatus would be just too large. Yeah. Okay. There's a thing. Still needing to get kinda lucky to survive. I guess, gross. This is probably, or this was almost certainly a misplay from my side. I should have absolutely discarded the Pompatus and enabled the Trust No One on my next turn. Yeah, that was kind of sloppy. Control the Weak. That's sad. Maybe they'll choose Logos. Shadows. Okay. Yeah. Oof. Gonna be kicking myself for playing that Pompatus. They steal 1, reap for 2. So it may not have mattered a whole ton. But okay. Cool. So they say Shadows. Very good. Now the question is, can I get lucky with Key Forgery as well? Because that would be really cool. So we'll play the Inky Gloom. We're going to mug 1 off of this guy. Steal 1 to get to check. Play the Yancey Gang. And really hope we get lucky with Key Forgery. Fingers crossed. Luck has been with us so far. Will it hold? They'll be able to steal in Dis, so it would be short-lived. But it would be really funny. Let's see. They're counting, looking at the odds. We can only hope that it's a 2-2-2 mix in their draw pile. Wow. Bounce is going our way. We get 1 more turn here, at least. So very funny. They can get 3, get to 11. And in Logos, let's see. We can capture 4 potentially. So still looking to get very lucky. But they'll be able to reap out of range. unless they get nervous about our creatures and try and fight them down. I'll take that too. Reap from Succubus would be devastating. Yeah, and of course they'll get the Perudodon usage as well. Stopping at 9. Interesting. 9 is interesting. Well, we are going Logos and hoping to hit Runner. 9. Definitely am not stopping you in Saurian. All right, let's see if we have double Logos on top of our deck. Neither and none. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Oof, interesting one, tough one. Good game, Stoffson. Christopher Stoffson. Yeah. Rats. Yeah, really close. Well played. Well, folks, fun one. Glad to have you all on board. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to look back and see if it was a Logos turn when I had played that, when I had activated that Spike Trap or not. Exchanging farewell pleasantries here. Yeah, had some outs. They were getting slimmer and slimmer, but they kept coming up, so who knows. But not today. But fun win with Antiblade. Couple interesting Voltron matches. Looks like I'll have some more work to do to stay in this division. So we'll see. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you around.